Welcome to the Fairy Rent Nest. It's Evie here. It's a late afternoon here, so I thought I would share a little bit of my handmade journal. My journals. I've been making some journals, and this is one of them. It's a vintage style junk journal, I guess you call it. I thought I might read you a little verse first, and if you know me, I love going to the op shops and getting little secondhand little bits and treasures for my art pieces or to read or whatever it is I buy. This is another one in my little travels recently, and you record birthdays and anniversaries in it, and it says special occasions. Now, again, I bought it for scrapbooking. It's absolutely beautiful. Each page has something, just the most beautiful art for scrapbooking. But again, I don't know if I'll have the heart to cut it up. Not in this video anyway. But I want to read you a nice little verse in it. And I just liked it. And it says, remember that you are needed. There is at least one important work to be done that will not be done unless you do it. And that's by Charles Allen. And I love that. It sort of makes us all unique. Or remember our uniqueness. Remember that you are needed. There is at least one important work to be done that will not be done unless you do it. So it's like a soft, gentle reminder to remember each of our stories are precious and that we have purpose and that we do make a difference in this world in our own unique way. I thought I would share a little bit of my handmade journal. My journals. I've been making some journals, and this is one of them. It's a vintage style junk journal, I guess you call it. So I haven't shared the process of making it. I think that's just too tricky. And I just wanted to enjoy the process of making the actual journal. And now that I'm back sharing, I thought I'd share it with you. And I'd love to know, have you made yourself a handmade journal at all? Or what are you making? Are you doing any art and craft? I always love to know. So this is simply made, or the base of the cover is made from a cardboard snack bar, this type of one. And that's how I cut it out. And I do reinforce it with another bit of cardboard from the packaging, and I line it with white cheap photocopy paper just so the design disappears. And I like to cover my journals with a nice material. So you can use secondhand material from a skirt or a dress or anything you find. I've used these. These are known as fat quarters here in Australia. And I've had these for a long time. And I got them from Spotlight. And you can usually get them from Spotlight on special. You can get 5 or 6 for about $10. And beautiful designs. So I always keep them handy. And that's what I've covered this with. And I've used just secondhand laces that I've picked up over the years in my travels, just from the op shop, secondhand shop. And there's new and secondhand paper in here. There is tea-dyed stained photocopy paper in here. And I've tea-dye stained an old songbook, but I won't be doing tea-dye staining anymore. I don't enjoy it. It's too messy, and I won't be doing it again. But it does give a lovely look, like old look to the book, or to the journal, I should say. Now, I've got to be careful that this is just secondhand lace here as well. I just don't want to have anything catch fire while I'm showing you. So this is secondhand papers, just tea-dye stained paper doilies I've got from the $2 shop. And these are just from serviettes. I just sort of tear around the design on the serviette and glue those. And I rip pages out of books. There's the song book that I've sort of tea-dye stained and painted as well. And just a secondhand book. Isn't she beautiful? From the op shop. I've stuck her here and just little stickers on my travels. And I've just glued lace on the edges. Looks so beautiful. So vintage style. I love that look. The vintage style look. Again, just from a book, secondhand book. This beautiful picture. And I love these words. Here, just putting a few words on the page. Life is rich, and you will taste the richness when you stay close to the dynamic that is your life work. A little bit of inspiration for us. But I like adding special little touches and just little cheap washi tapes. And that's just a cheap little rubber stamp, and so is the butterfly stamp I got on eBay or online somewhere over the years. Little tag. I used to make jewellery, and these used to be the backing for my jewellery, especially my earrings. So I've just made a little pocket. Beautiful poppy flowers from a serviette. Little birdie. Move that so you can see. From a serviette. And just secondhand papers here. I've painted the pattern on the paper doily here. The print. And I've torn the pages to give it that vintage look. I tea-dyed stained those paper doilies. Never again. Or maybe I could do the doilies. They're not so messy, but all the paper, tea-dye staining paper. Oh my goodness. So yeah, just a little bit of stationery in there. Bits from books. So there's plenty of places to tuck things away and write things. More stationery. Just an odd page with a bit of stationery. And scrapbooking paper that I've ripped there. And you may have seen me paint this beautiful fairy wren a few years ago. So I've got the little tracing I did of it there. More little pockets and little tags, little bookmark, another little stamp, an eBay stamp, the pretty lace. Lots of places to put things, photographs and write things. Another little tag I had when I was jewellery making. And just some nice words from a book, a little secondhand book. If you can see that. Comes into focus. Ripped the pages and painted them, tea-dye stained. And this is a special collage paper that my dear friend Tracy, we remember beautiful Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot, she took flight about 12 months ago and I miss her dearly. So it's very special that I've included that in this. Very special lady and I miss her dearly. So I had to include a gift, one of the collage papers she'd bought me over the years. A poppy, beautiful poppy from a serviette. Some iris flowers, just from a book that I painted. And just roses from a secondhand book. That's all that is. Again, more secondhand stationery. So I've really loved putting this together. Another little tag there. Pages from a book. Clipped in there. Again from a serviette. All the stationery. And I haven't sort of cut that away, because you can untie it and add and take away pages, which is helpful. More little pockets, hidey hole pockets, stationery. Oh, you may have seen me paint this a few years ago. So I found a little place for it in here. In one of my videos I painted that. Just from a book. I painted the watercolour over from some roses in a book. Added my own little touch, little hidey holes to write. That's another little cheap rubber stamp that I have, and they last forever. You can use them in all your books and journals and stationery. More little card there, little envelope. Yeah, little bag to put little treasures in. So there's essentially, I think I've missed a bit here. There's 2 signatures. Here's another little bag, which are like chapters. And I've sewn them in separately. And I can show you that there. See, they're sewn in separately, and that's from the top. So there you have it. Just a simple. So there you have it. Just a simple handmade little junk journal. And I'd love to know, have you made a handmade journal at all? Or what are you making? What are you creating? Or what are you doing? I'd love to know. I always love to know. It's beautiful to be back again. And I'll do another video soon. Hope you have a beautiful day.